Okay. Hey everybody, I am Rochelle Zinzen. I'm a Superstar Director from Waller, Texas, and I'm also Director for Team Faithful Stars Talking Sense, and I am super excited to be training on Star Consultants. If you're not a Star Consultant, it's okay if you're watching this video because there's lots of notes you can take if you're below Star, if you're above Star, and want to recap some Star training for your downline. So get a pen, get some paper, and take some notes. Also, I think Kelly mentioned her nose itches a lot when she's doing videos. My eyes blink. Like I blink 5,000 times. My team is used to it. I don't know why I do it, but it's become a joke when I do my Zoom calls for my team. So let's get on talking about Star Consultants. Since you're a Star Consultant, you are really in a leader position. So when you became a lead consultant, you had to have at least one person under you. And now at a Star Consultant, that means you have to have at least 2 people under you. And your team wholesale volume has to be at least $2,500, which retail is $3,333.33. Be proud of yourself. First off, that's the number one thing I want to tell you. Be proud of yourself. Do not compare yourself to others. Own it. You hit Star Consultant. That is huge. There's so many times I will meet someone and we'll be introducing, or I'll introduce myself and they'll introduce themselves and they'll say, well, I'm just a Star Consultant. Or they'll say, I'm just a lead. No, you are a Star Consultant. That is huge. I want you to understand that. There's a lot of people that don't get to Star. So be proud of yourself. And the next thing I want to talk about is a book that I did a leadership program with my group. And the book that we read was called Rock Your Network Marketing Business by Sarah Robbins. Here's the book. Write this down. I highly, highly, highly suggest reading this book. Since you're a Star Consultant, you probably have, there's no set rule of how many people are on your team or under you, but you at least have 2 because they have to be active in order for you to hit Star. This is a great book as far as it teaches you all about mindset, which is huge in a leadership position. I think a lot of times we forget, we do the recruiting, we do the hosting parties, we do our PRV, but we forget as leaders, because you forget to grow your mind. You know, what we tell ourselves on a daily basis is what's going to happen. So if I was down, all of us as leaders, we've been down before. When I was telling myself I wasn't going to get recruits, I'm not going to get parties, guess what happened? I wasn't getting recruits and I wasn't getting parties because I'm telling myself that on a daily basis. So what you think is really what's going to happen. I'm going to read a little bitty section out of this book because I can't sit here and read every chapter of this book because I'll run out of time. But I'm going to read one paragraph because it's really great and I want you to listen to what I'm saying. This is what she says in the book. As you prepare to become an empowered entrepreneur, I want to ask you, what are your attitudes about success? What are you saying about yourself or your team daily? What are you thinking? Your thoughts become your words become your actions, and your actions determine your outcome. Much of our success boils down to our belief in our company, in our profession, and of course in ourselves. This is why daily personal and professional development is the key. Invest in yourself, invest in your team's dream, speak life into them, and increase their self-esteem by teaching personal development as much as you teach their professional development skills. And the reason why I'm going over this with stars is because you've just started getting a team. And so if you start from the beginning, teaching yourself this and teaching your team this, it'll be huge in the end. They will already know to do these things. Also, take it one step at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself. There's no timeline. There isn't a set timeline saying, okay, you're Star, you have 30 days, and then you've got to be Superstar Consultant. Don't do that to yourself. This is your business. Do it in your pace. Grasp the concept of being a Star Consultant. Don't fake it to make it. Completely understand what you need to do to hit the next level. Again, there's no timeline. There's no calendar on when you have to promote to the next level. Also, know your why. I'm sure at this point you already know what your why is. Your why is what makes you do your daily things for your business. Your why is what keeps the passion alive in your business. So when things go bad or you have a horrible party, it doesn't totally, you just don't quit because you know your why, you know your vision, you know your future. At this point, because you have downline, know their why, connect with them, figure out what keeps them going. That way you know to help them in the future if you know their why. It's very important to have a why because that's what keeps passion alive. And then knowing your passion, knowing your why is very important. In the book, one other paragraph I'm going to read is she says, one of the most important exercises you can do as you begin your business is to identify your reason why. What is driving you emotionally to develop a successful business? It's your why. Is your long-term vision for success in your business? How can you know the route to take if you don't know where you're going? How can you bring others with you? So again, knowing your why is huge. One thing I didn't do, and I kind of talked about it with the first book that I mentioned, was one thing I didn't do when I first became a leader is I did not read self-improvement books. The Sarah Robbins book only doesn't talk about mindset. She talks about everything for network marketing, how to do everything great. But self-improvement books as a leader is so important, and I hate reading anybody. You can ask any one of my directors, you can ask anyone on my team, you can ask my kids. I don't like to read, but looking back, that's one thing that I totally lacked in was reading leadership books. Leadership books actually helps you as a leader. Your people are going to come to you looking for advice and looking for answers. And if you're not filling your head with positive thoughts and these positive things to tell your team, it's going to hurt if you don't read these books. So I was listening to a corporate director call a couple of weeks ago, and Laura Godwin, who is in Lindsay's group, she was talking about a book that she reads every year. And I was like, oh my gosh, like really another book? Because we hear this all the time. This can't be the first time y'all hear about someone telling you to read a book. But the book she talked about was called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. This book, I am actually on page 63, which is huge for me. But this book has been huge. It has changed me as a leader, as a mom, and as a wife. It's convicted me on things that I didn't realize. And so I'm learning, but I really think it's good for anyone that has anyone under them to help them with their team. So I love the book. Like I said, growing our mind is huge for our teams. It's a huge thing to do. It's not just you anymore. You have downline, again, that are going to look at you. And as a star consultant, this will be great for you to do. Now, again, this is on a separate subject. If you've been a star consultant for a while, maybe you've been stuck and you want to promote, or you're just kind of feeling like, okay, what do I need to do to get from star to superstar consultant? Go back to like you just signed up. Okay, so like when you first signed up, you had to hit the shooting star, you had to sell 500 within the first 15 days. Then you tried to hit sensational start. Now, not every single person does that. So if you didn't do it, doesn't mean that you failed by any means at all. This is just a way to jumpstart you, to get that passion going again, to get that excitement going again, to, maybe you're a star consultant, but you're not hitting the rank at star consultant. So this might be a way to help you do that. And then remember what we all had to do. I remember when I was a certified consultant. I remember it like it was yesterday. The one thing you have to do to get to lead is you have to recruit someone. You cannot get past certified unless you recruit at least one person. So get that mindset in your head of, okay, I have to recruit at least one person to be able to get to, just thinking to yourself, you have to get to lead. But as star, the number one thing to get to superstar, you've got to recruit, right? So recruiting is key. It's going to be, you have to have 3 active frontline to hit superstar, but it's really hard to hit superstar consultant with just 4 people. Because you're going to take that TWV, divide it by those people, and that's how much wholesale each person has to sell. So you really, really want to get more recruits. And as you're getting recruits, we all hear this, but a new recruit, what does a new recruit do when you get a new recruit? You get very excited. Their excitement pours into you. Then you're excited. Your team sees you're excited. They see you're excited. So it kind of goes and like, it just pours into the whole team. Then everyone's wanting to recruit, which is going to help the TWV for you to either hit star or promote to superstar consultant. I'm totally squirrel. My phone is getting notifications, and when it comes up, I'm like, ah! But doing those things again won't hurt. Why would it hurt not to try if you've been stuck at star for a while? Or even if you just hit star, you can still do those things. There's not a rule in Cincy that says you're not going to get the reward from Cincy for doing that, but you're going to get it within yourself. If you go and just pick a date, say, I don't know, August, what is today? The 22nd, I think? I don't know what. Okay. Today's 22nd. So just pick a day, August 23rd, and say 15 days from the 23rd, I'm going to hit my shooting star. Do that to yourself, and you're going to see a huge difference in your business. Main thing, what I want to go over though, is with star is mindset. I'm going to recap, and then I'm going to do another quote out of this book. So recapping, congratulations again on hitting star consultant. That is so huge, huge thing to hit star consultant. Always have a positive mindset. A positive mindset will change everything all the way around for you. And know your why. Connect with your downline and know their why. And like I tell my team all the time, tell yourself every day, you're awesome. Like, you are awesome and you're amazing. And continue to do your sales, your recruiting, continue to do that to keep your title. And then I'm going to close with, I have the wrong book. Here's the book I'm looking for. Squirrel again. So this is what she says, and I think it's important. As your team grows, so will your leadership. It's so important that you decide today what kind of leader you want to be and what kind of culture you want to create for your team. Always remember, whatever you do will duplicate starting today. So be proud of yourself. Have a great day, and I will see y'all later.